We're working with part 2 now of There and Beck, the grade 4 study by Rockschool. And I'm going to play the backtrack so you can quickly hear which part I'm talking about. It's going to be the part that starts like this at 36 seconds. Here we go. I'm sure you can hear this. And then if I were to play it, you're looking at the second last line of the first page. Like I said, it's 36 seconds into the actual backtrack itself. And you're looking and listening to the part that sounds like this. Etc, etc. So we're going to break that down. I'm going to show you the correct finger positionings, what to play, vibrato, slides, and take you through how to make it work. Okay, going to focus more on your fretting hand because that's where most of the work gets done. And you're starting off with a very easy fret number 3. Notice my hand's got a bit of vibrato, the up and down movement. And if you look at the beginning of the first bar of that second last line on the 3, above it you've got the little squiggly line. That squiggly line is what I'm doing now. It's called vibrato. The next part, you're going to see a very small 3 with a forward slash to a 5. And that's what that is. It's a very quick slide from fret 3, that's fret 3, to fret 5. So you hear the effect of the slide. You don't hear the 3. So what I'm about to play is wrong, because that's focusing on the 3 as an individual note, and what I'm going to play now is correct. You can hear the effect of the slide. And then I come back to fret 3 for vibrato again. So from the beginning it's going to be, and you must let the note ring as long as possible. Don't let it die. So this will be bad because there was a rest there. If you look at your sheet music, there's no rests at all until you get basically onto the next page. Everything, the notes must ring as long as possible. Okay, so looking at your first phrase now, which is going to go super slow motion. You'll notice my fingers are numbered. Try and use the same fingers I'm doing. I'll work on the picking technique now. You're simply going to go 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Let the note ring, because you'll notice a dotted quaver, and you let it 5 ring with the pinky, and then you come back and the note is tied, so you let it ring again. So slow motion, simple as that. Now with your picking hand, this is quite important. You want to alternate your strokes, which means you picking down, up, down, up, down, up. So this will be wrong because I'm picking everything down. This will be right. That's called alternative strokes. It's going to help you get your speed working a lot better. The trick over here, or the concept behind this, is you pick down on a down beat. So on that 4th beat, as the count 4, you're picking down. Then the next notes are offbeat, downbeat, offbeat, downbeat. And you'll notice that when I say downbeat, it's a downstroke. When I say upbeat, it's an upstroke. So upbeat, downbeat, upbeat, downbeat. So very important to help you get used to playing quick, fast phrases. Make sure your alternative strokes are working, and make sure you start on either an upstroke or a downstroke depending on what the note is itself. If the note's on a downbeat, you start on a down note. If the note was on an upbeat, you start with a up note. Okay, so one more time. And the next phrase starts with the up because it's leading into the downbeat of the 4th beat. Okay, one more time. Starts on the upstroke. We got the movement there, so we're going to focus now back to your fretting hand and take you through what's happening over here. We've just done this. And the next one starts on the 5th fret, and you'll notice that my fingers are doing the work. My thumb is stationary, it's not moving. Okay, and then the fingers are all dedicated to their own fret. So one more time, running that new phrase. And if you put the first and second phrase together now, 1, 2, 3. You'll notice that the hand doesn't work much, so try and avoid this type of movement. Keep the hand in one position as much as possible. The next phrase is going to go. So basically, there is a bit of a pattern here. If you look at the three phrases, this is the first phrase, second phrase, third phrase. The first time it's 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it's 4 down. Next one is 6 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 4 notes backwards. Then it's 7 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 4 notes. So there's a pattern there: 5 notes up, 4 notes down, 6 notes up, 4 notes down, 7 notes up, 4 notes down. I like finding little patterns like this. It helps me memorize the structure. It helps me get sort of a mental map of what I'm actually doing on it. So anything I can sort of find, any sort of pattern or concept, whether it's intentional by the composer or not, that can help me remember it, I'm very much game for. So for this one again, we're looking at those notes, bit of an overview, picking and fretting it together, and it's 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's 6, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So muffled, that was difficulty count and play at the same time, but the one's going to finish with 3, 5, 3, 5, and then you've got all the way to the first string, nice vibrato, and nice vibrato with a very fast slide. You can see the tiny 6 over here, sliding to the 8, but because it's a small font, again what we spoke about earlier, a very quick slide. You hear the effect of sliding from 6, you don't hear the 6. Okay, and no rests. So if I play those last 3 pairs, the 3, 3, 3, 6, 3, 6 to 8, this would be bad, because I've got rest saved. I want the notes to ring as long as possible, and to get that, you also don't want this, because I've got the notes ringing together. So I'm sort of rolling my first finger across, you can see it there, to make sure that I'm only playing or hearing one string at a time. First string rolls across off the first string onto the second string. That one over there, let the notes ring as possible. No silent pauses, that's your trick. Part 3 will happen after the solo, the improvisational side. I will still put together a dedicated video with some suggestions, what scales to use for that. But this should take you off your second page for there and back. Hope you enjoyed it. Any questions, let me know. Print out the page so you can see it and make notes on it. Any sort of reminders, highlights that you want to do. And hope you enjoy it. Thank you.